Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube?
Hello. How are you guys doing today?
Welcome to another deep dive where today we are covering the
A
Sorcerer.
character I am super excited about. I almost made, for the Skyroot saga, I almost made a sorcerer.
Yeah, I'm
They
curious
look
on
so super cool, and I have not really looked through them.
seeing their differences between Wizard and Sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
Could be interesting. For those that are new here, I'm J Mart Sasscat.
Hello.
We are married content creators where we've been streaming mostly TTRPG related stuff and mostly Daggerheart. If you do enjoy the content and want to help support us, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It goes a long way, and subscribing is completely free, but it helps us tremendously. So let's get to it. So, Sorcerer, not all innate magic users choose to hone their craft, but those who do can become powerful sorcerers. The gifts of these wielders are passed down through families, even if the family is unaware or reluctant to practice them. Sorcerers' abilities can range from the elemental to the illusionary and beyond. Many practitioners band together into collective base on their talents. The act of becoming a formidable sorcerer is not the practice of acquiring power, but learning to cultivate and control the power one already possesses. The magic of the misguided or the undisciplined sorcerer is a dangerous force indeed.
So, their domains are Arcana and Midnight, which Arcana is the domain of innate and instinctual magic. Those who choose this path tap into the raw, enigmatic forces of the realms to manipulate both their own energy and the elements. Arcana offers wielders a volatile power, but is incredibly potent when correctly channeled.
And looks like they share that with Druid. I don't see
Druid?
another one.
Only one has that?
Yeah.
And then they also have the Midnight domain. So, Midnight is a domain of shadows and secrecy. Whether by clever tricks, death magic, or the cloak of night, those who channel these forces practice the art of obscurity and can uncover sequestered treasures. Midnight offers practitioners the power to control and create enigmas.
Which is shared with Rogue
Also, that sounds
and,
like something we heard from the Rogue.
and the Void class of Assassin.
Okay.
So the starting evasion's 10, starting hit points is 6. Their hope feature is spend 3 hope to reroll any number of your damage dice on an attack that deals magic damage.
Reroll any number of your damage dice. Okay. But only that deals magic damage.
Right, but I'm assuming most
The
of your
sorcerer
things
probably
will
is
be
going
all
to be
magic
mostly
damage.
magic, right? Okay, so class features Arcane Sense. You can sense the presence of magical people and objects within close range. So it's almost like you can detect magic
Right?
all the time. You
Yeah.
just sense it. And then we have Minor Illusion. So you make a spellcast roll, 10. On a success, you create a minor visual illusion no larger than yourself within close range. This illusion is convincing to anyone at close range or farther. So, nice way to try to escape. Definitely because it doesn't seem like you have very many hit points as a sorcerer, or maybe the evasion's kind of okay, but I feel like you can do that minor illusion, and if you succeed in it, you can run and hide somewhere, right?
Right.
That's what I would be doing. I don't think we'll be the tank of the group. And you can also channel raw power. Once per long rest, you can place a domain card from your loadout into your vault and choose to either gain hope equal to the level of the card. Interesting. Enhance a spell that deals damage, gaining a bonus to your damage roll equal to twice the level of the card.
So you're almost kind of like destroying magic to create power. That's kind of neat.
So what if you don't have a full loadout?
You can still do it. You still technically have a vault.
Okay,
You
so
just have to spend the stress to get it out.
So for that whole rest, you wouldn't have that ability unless you maybe you can spend stress to get it back,
yeah,
right?
you can spend stress to burn it to get it back.
Okay.
Or you get it back for free on the long rest. That's interesting.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of kind of how the sorcery points worked in.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that Dragon Prince cartoon where they destroy magic to get power.
Yes! I love that cartoon.
Their two subclasses are Elemental Origin and Primal Origin. So we'll start the Elemental Origin, which the spellcast trait is Instinct, and the Foundation feature is choose one of the following elements of character creation: air, earth, fire, lightning, or water. You can shape this element into harmless effects. Additionally, spend a hope and describe how you control over this element helps an action roll you're about to make. You gain either a +2 to the roll or a +3 to the damage roll.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's really cool. So you can, like, let's say I want to be a water person and I cast a water spell. I can then spend a hope and describe like how my water turns into a bat, and the bat just turns in and then hits, and then I can actually add to my roll.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And you know what? Every kind of like MMO I play or any kind of like that, I love playing some kind of elementalist. That's why the Sorcerer really was interesting. I almost made my Ribbit into a water controlling type Sorcerer. I thought that would be a cool character.
That would be.
For your specialization feature, you have natural evasion. You can call forth your element to protect you from harm. When an attack roll against you succeeds, you can mark a stress and describe how you use your element to defend you. When you do, roll a d6 and add its result to your evasion against the attack.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, that's really awesome.
What a cool class. Yeah, I haven't looked at Sorcerer at all
yet.
Yeah,
I kind of like briefly, and then I was just like, oh my god, the elements look so cool. What I think is just so neat also about Daggerheart is you get a lot of these features or a lot of things that say, describe how you're doing this. I love that. I love that kind of creates the RP element for characters. And it gives a DM something to say, okay, describe how this element's defending you, you know? So then you can create all these like cool maybe scenarios in your campaign.
Another thing I like too is that Daggerheart doesn't have fire damage, earth damage, water damage, whatever. It just has magic damage. So you don't got to worry about trying to like meta out it. Like, well, we know, fire is going to be weak against this and this campaign or blah, blah, blah. So you can really just go with your imagination, just have fun with it.
Have fun with it, yep.
Their mastery feature, if you choose to go that far, you get transcendency. Once per long rest, you can transform into a physical manifestation of your element. When you do, describe your transformation and choose 2 of the following benefits to gain until your next rest. You get +4 to your bonus to your severe threshold, +1 to your character trait of choice, +1 to your proficiency, or +2 to your evasion.
Ooh, you become the element.
That's freaking cool.
That is a really cool.
I think this is an awesome rendition of Sorcerer.
Yeah, it just because you're kind of like this, like that natural instinct kind of thing instead of like doing, I don't know, it's just like that raw magic from the natural environment, it seems really cool.
Yeah.
But we also have, we can't forget the other subclass, we have our Primal Origin, which your spellcast trait is Instinct. The other was Instinct too, right?
Yes.
And your Foundation features, you can manipulate magic. Your Primal Origin allows you to modify the essence of magic itself. After you cast a spell or make an attack using a weapon that deals magic damage, you can mark a stress to do one of the following: extend the spell or attack's reach by 1 range, gain a +2 bonus to the action roll's result, double a damage die of your choice, hit an additional target within range.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool too.
Specialization feature, if you choose to accept it. Enchanted Aid, you can enhance the magic of others with your essence. When you help an ally with a spellcast roll, you can roll a d8 as the advantage die. Once per long rest, after an ally has made a spellcast roll with your help, you can swap the results of their duality dice.
Oh, so instead of the fear, they can have hope for that? That's really neat.
That's really cool.
Kind of like a support type. I feel like, well, no, because your manipulate magic is pretty strong if you're doubling a damage die.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So I feel like it's not just a support type sorcerer, but that support is pretty nice. And you also have a mastery feature of arcane charge. You can gather magical energy to enhance your capabilities. When you take magic damage, you become charged. Oh, it was so cool. Alternatively, you could spend 2 hope to become charged. When you successfully make an attack that deals magic damage while charged, you can clear your charge to either gain a plus 10 bonus to the damage roll, or gain a plus 3 bonus to the difficulty of a reaction roll the spell causes the target to make. You stop being charged at your next long rest.
Fun.
But once you expel the charge, are you no longer charged?
Correct, yeah. You stop being charged.
And can you still do 2 stress? Or spend 2 hope to become charged again?
Yeah. Yeah, you can keep, I'm assuming you can just keep on doing that. But it does say you clear the charge, so.
After the long rest.
After you do the move. You're spending the charge to do it.
But then you can recharge up.
Correct.
Before a long rest.
Correct.
Okay, that's all.
Alright, so I think Elementalist sounds cool.
I know. I mean, that other one sounds pretty neat too.
Yeah, they both do.
But the Elementalist, that's my bae right there. That's what I want to try to see we can make.
I don't want to choose an element type yet until we get to the domain cards, because I want to see the
actual domain card choices.
So set your traits. The suggested traits are as follows: +2 to instinct, +1 to finesse and presence, +0 to knowledge and agility, and -1 to strength.
Sounds doable.
Weapons, armor doesn't really matter for what we're doing. The starting cards. So the first one is pick and pull, which is Midnight Domain. You have advantage on action rolls to pick non-magical locks, disarm non-magical traps, or steal from item from a target.
So it looks like your sorcerer could be kind of your rogue also, if you go that route of building like their backstory. You have Rain of Blades, also from the Midnight Domain. You can spend a hope to make a spellcast roll and conjure throwing blades that strike out at all targets within very close range. Targets you succeed against take D8 +2 magic damage using your proficiency. If a target you hit is vulnerable, they take an extra 1d8 damage.
Ooh.
I would almost spin it. Like if I took Rain of Blades, that would be my element. Like you have these fire blades come out, or these like water, like tsunami type stuff comes out, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Because that could be some massive damage right there.
For sure. Then they have a Rune Ward. You have a deeply personal connection that be infused with protective magic that held by a ward by you or an ally. Describe what it is and why it's important to you. The ward holder can spend a hope to reduce incoming damage by 1d8. If the ward die result is 8, the ward's power ends after it's reduced damage this turn. It can be recharged for free on your next rest.
So it's like a trinket that you have. I think in the Age of Umbra, that's the doll she had. I think she was giving herself some Rune Ward before. We have Uncanny Disguise from the Midnight Domain. When you have a few minutes to prepare, you can mark a stress to don the facade of any humanoid you can picture clearly in your mind. While disguised, you have advantage on presence rolls to avoid scrutiny. Place a number of tokens equal to your spellcast trait on this card. When you take an action while disguised, spend a token from this card. After the action that spends the last token's resolved, the disguise drops. Your spellcast, how do you know what your spellcast is?
You what?
Because it's based on your
Spellcast trait?
Yeah.
It's like whatever your spellcast instinct is. Or like if it's instinct or...
Okay. I was making it more complicated in my head. No.
Next card is Unleash Chaos. At the beginning of a session, place a number of tokens equal to your spellcast trait on this card. Make a spellcast roll against a number within far range and spend any number of tokens to channel raw energy from within your success to unleash against them. On a success, Roll the number of d10s equal to the tokens you spent and deal that much damage to the target. Mark a stress to replenish this card with the tokens. At the end of each session, clear all unspent tokens. Yeah, it's a pretty powerful spell.
Yeah. Then we have Wall Walk. You can spend a hope to allow a creature you can touch to climb on walls and ceilings as easily as walking on the ground. This lasts until the end of the scene, or you cast Wall Walk again.
Okay, so I guess you really don't have to wait to pick your elemental type, because you don't really choose your elements here, you just flavor things as the element.
That's
so
what it sounds like.
It's not like the wizard where you get like the books or anything. Okay.
Oh, right here it says spellcast trait instinct.
Ayo.
So let's say if we were a water elementalist.
Yeah.
Like that.
Man, that's a pretty cool class. I like that one. But
which domain cards would we want to pick?
Oh shoot, sorry.
Yeah, we gotta pick the ones for our elementalists.
Yeah. I'd pick Rain of Blades and Rune Ward is what I'd pick.
You don't like Unleash Chaos?
Man, I liked it.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll say Rain of Blades and Rune Ward.
I like a lot of them, but I think those are the two I would choose.
All right, that sounds like a pretty fun sorcerer.
So I hope that strikes out. Oh, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I would choose Unleash Chaos instead of Rain of Blades. I was thinking that you have to spend the resource for this one, but you do it for the other one too, so. I don't know, I'd have to read more. It'd be one of those two.
Well, you would want one damage and you would want one to be a protective type thing. Me, I might just be all greedy, all damage. Give me Unleash Chaos and Rain of Blades. Let's just make all my elements attack people.
You could do that too, for sure. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this deep dive on the Sorcerer, make sure you hit that like button. Really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!